Hello everyone, welcome to UniVoyage. This is Vedika Manek, and today we'll be discussing what all you need to do right now in order to plan your schedule and move forward. Now that the board exams are coming up and the entrance exam dates have already come out. For IPMAT, I am in the 2021, and also whatever other entrance exam that you are aiming at, or whichever BBA college, dream college that you have. So how to schedule and how to plan what all topics to do, and I'll be sharing right now with you all one screen. I mean one sheet of an aspirant of 2020 who cleared the paper and how they planned their schedule so that you get an idea as to how to do it. So here we go. This is basically an entire sheet as to how this was planned. Every day there was one, uh, you know, there's a date, month, day, quant, logical reasoning, verbal ability. So what you can do is you can make an Excel sheet like this, and this with along with your mock score Excel sheet. I have already made a separate video for that. We'll be sharing that with you. So how to put all of that together so that you have one Excel document where you have all these sheets so that you can plan everything perfectly and do everything properly. So every day one quant, logic and verbal. Some days you can stretch it out, like number system you can take up for 2 days, coordinate geometry. You can even split up, for example, matrices one day, determinants one day. Now, your average mixtures and allegations are taken on 3 days, but you can, do one day averages, one day mixtures, one day allegations. So this is something that you can work around. Note that there is not a single day of a break, uh, even in the break, that there is some sort of reading or formula revision. This is to stay in touch with the topic. It is very very important to stay in touch with whatever uh, syllabus and topics that you are working on, or else it will be very difficult to come back after a month of not doing anything. Now I understand that board exams are on your head, school work, entrance exam work. I would suggest that, of course, it's very difficult to try for one topic every day. What you can do is to stretch it out. Even in days where you have your prelims or, some test series, for example, that tomorrow I have an English grammar paper. I'm very, very well prepared for this. Instead of taking a break of 2 hours where you watch Netflix, maybe you can give a mock, because mocks are very, very essential, and you need to give 25 to 30 of them before the final exam, and it's best to plan it so that you have it spread across time and you don't reach a point where you are like, oh no, I have only 20 days and I have to give 20 mocks, which is scary to think to give a mock per day in the last 20 days. Rather, you can spread it out and use the knowledge of how you are faring in your mocks to tweak your schedule a bit. Another very very helpful thing, and I think this is a must, is to have a list like this of topics in quant, logic, and even in verbal, in fact, where you can color code them as to strong, weak and good. So, what are you strong at? What are you weak at? What are you good at? It's a good sign when your topics are, more of greens and yellows and less of red. And over time, as you keep practicing, you can even, you know, take up a topic and then just change it to yellow. Like you're quite comfortable with it. So that is the entire point of, having a list of all the topics that are there and color coding them accordingly. Don't waste a lot of time on doing this, but ensure that you have you work smartly and you have a clear picture in your mind as to what to do. Now here also the topics are color coded over here in such a way, like 0 to 50%, 50 to 75%, etc. Coming back to this strong, weak and good, a very important thing to do is to have an idea of what topics that they are usually asking. You can have a list of it, you can have a mind map of it. For example, in the past trends, as studying the past papers, topics like matrices, determinants, one question, simple interest, compound interest, logarithms, number systems, functions. There's one TST question, there's one coordinate geometry question, usually. Um, there is one on Venn diagrams, like usually three, three circles are there in the Venn diagram. There is one question like that. There is one data set. You you are aware of these things. I'm not saying guaranteed in 2021 the paper is going to be like that, but it is more likely that these topics might be asked. If they are being asked in the past years, they have been asked again and again. And in verbal para jumbles, phrasal verbs, idioms and phrases, reading comprehension, fill in the blanks. This is something that you have an idea, so you can start working on that and plan your schedule, keeping that in mind and keeping your level of, am I good at this, am I bad at this. It does not make sense to be strong at a topic which is rarely asked in the paper, but to be weak at a topic that is asked very frequently in the paper. So keep this in mind and plan your schedule accordingly. And I mean, none of us can predict the paper, but what we can do is to try and work smartly, because you guys are all at a point where you have to multitask for different exams and different commitments. So it's best to be at that point where you can, plan it properly and organize it so that you don't have any issue, and you can very nicely prepare for everything on time. Another important thing to keep in mind while preparing this a particular schedule is to keep some time for analysis of mocks. So a mock takes around, the entire process takes around 4 hours, where you give a mock, then you analyze it, then you try and figure out your actual score of the mock. I'll be talking more about this in detail in another video on mocks. But my point is that do not leave that out of your schedule. Please account time for that as well, and for time for particular topics. And even, you know say for example you spend an entire week on your school work, and it is very very difficult for you to, do it Monday to Friday, then Saturday Sunday try and give time and effort into that, and plan it accordingly. Keeping a chart like this gives you complete idea, and you have an idea as to where you want to pick up, what breaks you want to take. So for example, this aspirant over here, you can see that this part over here, like percentage and profit loss, is very very strong for them. Time, work and chain rule is strong for them. Mensuration is strong for them. They're good at the rest of the topics. Now there is an awareness that matrices is weak. Something like this, like if you are weak at matrice and determinant, something that IPM IIM Indore, usually in the past papers it has come up quite a bit. Then you can go to your schedule and you can add more days for matrices in the end again. So you can just in your revision take that up again by removing. If you know, for example, that you're very strong at percentage, profit loss, then ideally in your revision, you shouldn't mention it again if you're falling short of time, uh, which I think you guys are at that disadvantage. So you can plan it accordingly and work smartly. And if you notice, even in the breaks, there is, 1 hour of reading, formula revision. You should have a notebook where you have all your formulae written, which will help you to revise it. So before your mocks, you can spend around 15 minutes where you just revise all the formulae that you have done till now and then give that mock, which I believe me, trust me, it will increase your mock score by 8 marks. So that's two questions, which can be the deciding factor. You don't know how many people have lost out on their chance to clear the exam because of 8 marks. So keep a formulae book and plan everything accordingly. Now you are at that time, you have your prelim dates, your test series dates, the exam dates. Sit down right now after this video and make a plan like this. Uh, Color code the topics, make a sheet for your mocks if you haven't already, and start immediately. Like, do not waste too much time on this should not take more than 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can just start off with your preparation. And I wish you all the best, all the very very best. Thank you so much for watching. This is Vedika Manik. If you need any help, we're always there. We're also coming up with a free mock series for you guys, so that you can take the benefit of that and perform better and get an edge over others. So the link for our Telegram channel is in the description below, and all the links are in the description below. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. This is Vedika Manik, and please like and share this video and subscribe to UniVoyage. Thank you.